Hello, I am the narrator, and before this episode begins, Maddie will be talking about something that might be very dear to people's hearts. Without further ado, let the show begin.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Maddie, and today we're going to be talking about the Batcave.
Where is this area located, and how do you get there? Information about the place.
Now, the Batcave is mainly located under the mansion, Bruce's mansion. But, Batman, he's no ordinary guy. He is a man of planning, and I mean a lot of planning. So, he has about 8 different Batcaves located or who knows where for convenience. Now, because of how big this Batcave is, that means there are a lot of different entrances on getting in and out. One of them, in one of the Batman movies, I don't know which one, when Bruce was a kid, he accidentally fell into the cave as a kid, I think in a well. There are also secret entrances through doors, a grandfather clock, and a bookshelf, of course. Batman spends most of his time inside of the Batcave, either like working out or at the very big computer trying to solve crime, or just other things. Now, this really big computer is known as the JLA Watchtower, and it's actually connected to all these different types of networks all over the world, keeping track of both good guys and bad guys. This computer, because of how big it is, it's also super fast and super strong, too. So it can handle a lot of data.
Any secrets, curses, or something good or bad about this place? What does it look like?
Batman has actually a yellow ring, I think is what it's called, just in case if there was ever a Green Lantern to attack. He would pull that thing out and whoosh, you know. He also installed these very cool safety guards in the Batcave just in case if there were an earthquake, you know, very reasonable thing, or a nuclear bomb. If either one of those two things were to happen, the Batcave would still be there. Secure and fine. Stable, too. Now, Batman. There's a thing you need to know about him. He is a history nerd, actually, and likes to keep historic armor, like, samurai armor, knights, nomads. He also likes to keep a lot of knickknacks from his villains that he has fought. For example, the Joker, his playing card, Two-Face, we got the coin, Bane, got his mask, Deathstroke, one of his swords. There are obviously a lot more. Oh yeah, the Penguin, one of his umbrellas. Maxie, one of his lightning weapons. And yeah, of course, and many more. But not just his villains' knickknacks that he has also collected, but also his allies, like the Bat family, for example. Jason has his costume. The Red Hood, one of his original masks. We got Barbara's costume, which is Batwoman. And whatnot. The Batcave also has a laboratory. That's right, Batman can go in there, do some experiments, and whip up some antidotes. And one of the most popular thing, or what most people think about when the Batcave is his vehicles. That's right, there's a section with his vehicles in there. We got cars, we got boats, we got planes. I think mostly a jet though, but boats, motorcycles, and wait for it, a subtrain rocket. That's right, he has a subterranean rocket, which is a hydroelectric generator. So it's extremely fast. And to top it all off, the Batcave also has a teleporter. So that Batman can go from the Batcave to the Justice League. Which, if you don't know what that is, that's headquarters for a massive group, which I think is the entire DC superheroes headquarters, which is actually up in space. So yeah, neat.
What lives there, and do they have any powers? The history of the world / place.
Nothing really lives in the Batcave, and Batman will spend a very long time in the Batcave doing his stuff. He's also one of the very few superheroes that actually have no powers. There will also be some occasions where Alfred, Batman's butler, will go in there and assist him when he's not actually in the cave, and or find something up on the computer. Now, a little bit of a fun fact here. Before Bruce found and used the cave, way back in the Civil War, it was actually used, apparently, to hide slaves that have escaped. Wowee, wowee. Another thing is that there's actually been a lot of villain battles in the Batcave where they have found it and fought Batman in it. And one of them that happens the most often is against Man-Bat. That's right, Man-Bat, who is apparently a mutant. There have been a lot of occasions where he had popped in and fought Batman in there, and even at one point had control over the cave. Which is kind of when Batman moved locations. So yeah. Now, I know what you're thinking. Because of how well this cave was built or designed or structured to where it is very safe and never really collapses, that does not mean it's never been destroyed. Oh, no. There was one storyline where Batman had actual problems with vampires. That's right, vampires. So, because of how large the number of vampires there were, he came up with the plan of luring all of them up, just gathering them up on one spot, like a herding, and shove them up into the Batcave, where they're like, yes, cold, dark, I love it. Then by setting off explosions, making the cave collapse, so that all of the vampires at once would be exposed to the sun. Which worked, but because the Batcave is under the mansion, that house also collapsed. Good job. But in my opinion, that's not the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing is that he conducted cloning in his Batcave. That's right, cloning. He cloned himself by downloading his memory into that ginormously smart computer, and then by every 20 so years, he would make a new clone to take his place. You know? Because fighting, that really wears down your body.
Does this place still exist? Questions.
The Batcave most likely still exists in the movies and comics, but the real question is, how many are still around, you know? Are there any Batcaves that he had access to that have collapsed, closed down? So, I have 2 questions on this piece papers, which I will be answering for you, for me, us. Okay, so the first question. Why does Batman keep an eye on the good guys? Yes. Like I mentioned kind of in the beginning, where he uses his giant computer to keep track of good guys and bad guys? Well, Batman, he's a bit of a paranoid guy. He's very paranoid and he plans for everything. Every event, every possible chance that there could be a problem, there is a new plan. Yeah. Well, the main reason why he keeps an eye on the good guys is so that he knows their strengths and weaknesses. Mainly their weaknesses. Because if there is a chance, because he's a paranoid guy, that the good guys were to be mind controlled or go to the dark side on purpose, he would know their weakness and use it against them. Alright, so the second question. What about the other timelines or Earths? Well, there's one, it's actually called Earth 2. So there's kind of like somewhat a lot of time traveling, especially with the Flash side, because, you know, changing timelines. Well, there's this universe, dimension, Earth 2, where there was actually no cave under the mansion. That's right, when Bruce became Batman, he had to actually create the cave. Completely raw. There was nothing, just pure ground. Solid, thick ground, all the way down. So yeah. So, unfortunately, this video has in fact come to an end. If you are fascinated by the Batcave, there are links in the description that go more into detail about all of the information that I found about it. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and have a nice day. Good night! Alright. See you in the video. That's where you'll find my mistakes. Have a nice day. I was like, why is he so paranoid that he has to have specifically a yellow lantern ring? And also like, wow, wait, he's worthy. Kind of, isn't that a bad ring? I don't know, I haven't really, the Green Lantern research. Get this, subway rocket. He has a subway rocket. Batcave also has a teleporter to the Justice League. He has a teleporter. We were promised hoverboards and jetpacks. We still officially don't have those yet, and it's 2020. I mean, I know there's like some prototypes that people are still working on, but still, we don't have them. They're not official yet. Oh my god, that scared me. I was so deep in thought. Why did that scare me? Here's part 2 of the Batman. I paused because of reasons. Man, Bat. I am different from Batman. Get me confused and you would pay. I'll be right back. I need to check my eye. Just relax. I now have fixed my eye by completely replacing it. Juice, please. I've been talking far too much. I am parched. Huh. Good one, me. Welp. This has been the Batman video. My apologies. I don't know where my head went, but I found it. Kidneys. This is the end of the video, end of the video, end of the video. Pew pew. End of the video, end of the video. This is the end of the video. Pew pew. Pew pew. Pew pew. End of the video. End of the video. End of the video. Oh oh.